everyone. Welcome to the first installment of Bekah's at-home pretend cooking show. I thought I would start out with something that is pretty accessible to most people and something that a lot of people like to eat. So we should have all the things that we need. We have a box of Annie's confetti cake mix. We've got a can of Pillsbury confetti funfetti vanilla icing. We have our KitchenAid stand mixer. I have already measured out all the ingredients, which is 4 eggs, 3/4 cup of filtered water, 2/3 cup of oil. This is vegetable oil. I'm sure you could use other oils, but it just said oil on the box, so I just got vegetable oil. I have a dozen cupcake pan. I have some coconut oil, which I'll explain to you why I have that. And I have 2 containers that will house the icing and the mix. Whew, that was a lot. All right, so let's get started. I already have the oven preheating to 350 degrees, and we're gonna just open this bad boy up. Again, Annie's confetti cake mix. So I'm gonna take this, we're gonna cut off the plastic. You don't wanna bake the cupcakes with the plastic on. You wanna make sure to dump the bag of all the contents, of all of its contents into the bowl. And then we discard the plastic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix all the ingredients together. So what I'm gonna do is bring the bowl over here, and I'm going to add the water, 3/4 cup of water, 2/3 cup of oil. You don't have to do a circular motion. I'm just doing that to be fancy. And now I have measured out my 4 eggs into my bowl over here. That's fancy. A professional baker would say to crack these eggs into another bowl so you don't get eggshells into your already mixed stuff. But I'm not someone that does that. I like to live on the edge. So I crack my eggs right into the batter. And you know, if an eggshell happens to get in there, I just pick it out with my hands. But don't worry, my hands are clean because I washed them before I started. Okay. Now, my hands are eggy again, and because eggs can carry salmonella, I'm gonna wash my hands again. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday. Perfect. If you didn't hear me, I was singing happy birthday because that's the recommended amount of time that you should wash your hands. Let's get to mixing. So we will lock our bowl in place. That's not locked. Okay, locked in place. Now, the instructions clearly say on low speed for 30 seconds and then on high speed for 2 minutes, occasionally scraping the bowl of the stuff on the side. So, put that down, lock that in place. I'm gonna get my spatula. I bought these spatulas on Amazon. There's a pack of 4, 2 big ones and 2 little ones for less than $10, and I thought that was a great deal. 30 seconds. That seems like enough time. So I need to keep mixing this for another 2 minutes on high speed. Now, while I mix this on high speed, I'm gonna grease my cupcake tin. So one thing that you can do, if you did not know, you can grease your cupcake or muffin tin with some oil. I'm gonna use some coconut oil and a towel. Okay, so I'm gonna start this and start greasing this. You just want to make sure that you get all the edges and the corner. Make it real greasy. Greasy. Make this really, really greasy. You could also use butter and probably lots of different oils, but I'm gonna use coconut oil today. I'm not really eating butter right now. Probably shouldn't be eating these cupcakes, but that's okay. Gross. Let's disregard the hair that's in the oil. That's disgusting. I don't know how that got there. I blame Royce. All right. So now that we have greased our cupcake tin and we have mixed our cupcake mix, we are going to, actually, I'm gonna scrape the sides first. Now there are lots of warning labels on the box not to try the cake mix raw. Again, I like to live on the edge. That did not taste very good. That's okay, we're not gonna eat these raw. So one thing that I've seen on other baking shows is putting the cupcake mix into a bag and dispensing the cupcakes into the individual holes. So I'm gonna try that. I've never done that before, but I thought that we could do it together. So I got this pitcher, which the girl that threw my baby shower left at my house, and I keep forgetting to give it back to her. Sorry, Britta. So you want to make sure that the bag is on the outside, just in case it falls down in. And we're gonna take our spatula and scrape all the goodies down into the bag. Now this makes 24 cupcakes and I only have 12, so I'm probably gonna have to do 2 batches because I don't have 2 cupcake tins. That's all right. You know, cake batter usually tastes good. Now I'm regretting a little bit buying this one. But Annie's has really good macaroni and cheese, and I don't think I'm doing this right. Oh gosh, this is a disaster. I have a bag full of, I think you're supposed to suck all the air out and then twist it. Oh boy. That looks better. Okay, so something I didn't think about is, since I don't have enough cupcake things, this is gonna be a big mess once I cut this open. Great. Okay, let's try this. Oh gosh. Okay, I cut it off and I'm about to start crying because this is gonna be a huge mess. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. I'm crying. So I'm trying not to laugh. This is so funny. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. This looks really great, you guys. Okay. That's 12. This one looks like it needs a little bit more. Now, I think there is probably a better way to do that. But that's okay. Now that we have almost evenly dispersed all of the contents of the bag into the cupcake holders, we are going to start baking them. They are not all even. How much do they say to put in? They don't tell you how much, but I think it's usually 1/4 of a cup that you put into cupcake tins, but I didn't do that. right, into the oven they go for 15 minutes. Alexa, start a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
So while those start cooking, I'm gonna prep the icing. And by prep, I mean open the lid and stir the contents and put it in my bag. Now the box, on the back of the box, Annie's does give you a recipe for homemade icing, but nobody's got time for that. Again, this is not an ad for these spatulas, but if you'd like to purchase these spatulas, I'll link them in the description below. It is probably gonna be an affiliate Amazon link, so I get commission if you buy them. Thanks. Here is the mini version. Come on guys, 4 of these for less than $10. Okay, stir this around. You know, and if you put it in a bag, it'll make you feel like you homemade it. I homemade it into the bag from the container. I have heard of some people microwaving this icing and pouring it over their cakes. If that's something that you've done and had success with, please leave a comment. Icing is my most favorite part of a cupcake. There are people who disagree with me, and I think they're dumb. Because icing's the best part. Now that I have my icing prepped, all we have to do is wait for the cupcakes to bake. Our cupcakes are about to be finished baking. When my timer goes off, I'm going to insert the toothpick. I will check to see if there's any cake batter residue on my toothpick. If not, then the cupcakes are finished. I thought my timer would have gone off by now. This will also be a good test to see if my coconut oil trick worked. I love baking. You have to be really patient to bake. Ah! Alexa, stop timer. Hot. Ooh. A recommendation that I just learned is to have your hot pad ready. I will now demonstrate the toothpick trick. Say that 10 times fast. Toothpick trick. Toothpick trick. Clean toothpick. Clean toothpick. Because I need to do another batch of cupcakes, I'm gonna take these ones out of here and let them cool. Oh gosh. On the cooling rack. Coconut oil doesn't seem to be working very well. Oh! Bless. There we go. Oh, that's hot. That's really hot. So my oven is a gas oven, and I have noticed with gas ovens that they tend to be hotter and cook things quicker. If you find that to be true and you have a gas oven, please leave a comment, because I have ruined things. That's really hot. I probably should have waited until these cooled a little bit more. You know, I recommend waiting a little longer. But for the sake of this tutorial video, I will keep trucking ahead. That's okay. Ugh. Work smarter and not harder is my motto in life. So instead of putting the spatula down after every time, should have done that in the beginning. It's all right. We all grow and learn together. Now, what I have yet to figure out is how I'm going to re-grease this pan when it's so hot. I'm probably not going to. Instead, I will utilize my olive oil cooking spray. It's out. Okay, well. So I will wait for this pan to cool off. And I need to wait for the cupcakes to cool in order to ice them, or the icing will melt and go all over the place. I am going to let these cool for 10 minutes. Let's see if the box says 10 minutes. We will be right back when these cupcakes cool. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
So I'm going to re-grease the cupcake tin. So because this has residue in it, and I don't want that all in my, oh my gosh, is that another hair? The heck? Y'all are never gonna wanna eat anything I make. I don't know where these hairs are coming from. It's quite embarrassing. That's all right. I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil. Why do I keep calling it olive oil? I am putting a little bit of coconut oil in each little container so I don't get cake into my olive oil. Dang it! Dang stupid coconut oil jar. Ugh, I don't want it to get dirty. But it doesn't matter because I keep having hairs in it. It's turning into a nightmare. Complete. Okay, let me regroup here. Ugh. This is entirely too much coconut oil. I should have just not cared. Oh, great. I put entirely too much coconut oil in each little tin, so now I have to wipe the excess out. That's okay. That's what happens when you're an at-home chef. You learn as you go. And if you learn from me, hopefully you won't make these mistakes yourself. Okay, so let's, let me say that word right. Let's add our rest of our baking mix to this over-greased tray. It's like pooling. This cupcake is very full, and this one is not. Maybe I should remedy that. One thing you need to know about me is that when I try not to laugh, I laugh more. That makes it really difficult to continue going. Okay, so let's bake these. Now we are going to ice these cupcakes. They're cool enough. I would like to ice this cupcake because it looks good. So we take our prepped homemade from the can icing, and again, like the batter, we are going to cut a little hole in the corner. And I am gonna try something new because why not? I've seen where you can cut little lines into it and it might make a little cool design of the icing instead of just a blob. Maybe we'll try it. Okay, I'm abandoning that idea because the tip of my scissors are not sharp enough. Okay. Plus, it's really modern looking to have smooth icing. So we're gonna twist the bag and slowly disperse the icing. Oh, great. Okay. If you mess up, that's okay. That side looks good. And to be quite honest, I probably should have waited a little longer for these to cool, but I'm impatient. And now the best part of cooking, trying the product that you made. Bon appetit. Oh, I forgot the sprinkles. When you buy confetti icing, you get sprinkles. So we just lightly put the sprinkles on top of the icing. It sticks right to it. Now, bon appetit. That's pretty good. The real test will be a voice lecture. Let's see if he does. Not bad, huh? What?
I mean, it's delicious. It's actually pretty good.
I know. And that's it for the first episode of Pretend Cooking Show, where
Don't
we
these kind of
made...
look like muffins though, and not cupcakes when they're short?
So this is the first episode of Bekah's Pretend Cooking Show, where we made, from scratch, Annie's Confetti Organic Cake Mix. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button, press the subscribe button. The next time you catch me in the kitchen, I will be making homemade, almost from scratch, kinda, biscuits and gravy. See you guys next time.